Operation and maintenance plant. The only thing that's over there is that insurance, which I believe is just once a year. That's at 113, so that could have just came back a little higher than we anticipated. I can give you a ledger for that too, if you'd like. So it looks like, what is it, about 1,390 more than we had budgeted for there. If we turn back to, not back, but forward to page 8, we're almost done here. Page 8, the rest of that, what we were just looking at is fine. The operation and maintenance, they've only used 37% at the high school. We go down to the educational, mentally handicapped at the high school. We're at 47.24% there. Speech impaired, there's nothing. And then at the bottom of page 8, the learning disabled, those numbers look just fine. 51.81% used there. And okay, we've only got another page and a half, so stick with me here. Page 9, I'm looking at the vocational agriculture, so it's our high school ag department. They're all good, only 40% used, no numbers are sticking out at me there. Consumer and homemaking instruction, same thing there, only 25% used. Office occupations at the bottom of page 9, and that goes into page 10, only at 26.39% used. And now we're on page 10, we're on other instructional programs for student activities. That's only at 31.03%. Nothing sticking out to me there. All those numbers, all that percent, or all those numbers that are under the percent of budget are pretty low and look good. And then our last item would be food services, and that is at 51.89%, so about half. And that's about on par. So that food service right there on the middle of page 10, pretty much the rest of this is title. So that wraps up your general budget there. And so I know that there are certainly a few that are over. And so if you guys want the ledger of any of these, if you want to know why they're over, if you want to see, oh, why is he charged $2,000 more than the budget there, you just ask. And we can certainly look at it together. I'll look at it. I always tell people this too, and talking to Dr. Harvey and Mr. Hass, that yeah, I'm not, what do I want to say? I can make mistakes too, okay, and I can code something. You know, I've talked to Dr. Harding and Mr. Hass and said, let's look over yours and say, you know, if you see something that maybe can be related to something else, then sure, let's do that. So I've called for that, and we're going to get together and chat. So, but that's all I've got for you. If you want to ask me any questions about it, then you can fire them away, and I can do my best to answer them now.
Question: why is the kindergarten instruction salary only at 14%? Is that coming out of a different bucket in the reports? If so, which one?
That may be. That's something I can't tell you sitting right here. I need to go. I'll have to just go back and look at it, but I'll make a note and I'll print off the ledger and I'll look at our kindergarten teachers.
That's because the other kindergarten teacher now this year couldn't be certified, so she's.
Well, that's, I'm curious
I think it's,
where it's coming out.
I think it's coming out of 10, probably.
It's probably coming out of the elementary
Yeah, it
section
certainly
of
could
the
be.
non-certified, I think.
Oh.
Because that one's at 64.94 because you can't put it in there unless it's
Right.
certified. I'm guessing, I think. Because I remember that Louise always had to quote, you know, they were included different when both of them were in there. But we can double check.
With regards to the heating oil, that is also because for some reason the high school old boilers weren't fired up until the middle of December.
Okay, what page are you on?
Page 4.
Okay.
That's elementary.
That is elementary, and I was informed the cold boiler does break down and they have to use heating oil. I can get with Tim. We can discuss that. I can bring it back to you if you want. But that's why you're about 3.9 over the limit there, is because they have to use heating oil.
There was somebody that had to come in and service it, I remember, right?
So I've spent considerably more on heating oil, and that was the reason I was given. And so,
And I would like to see what the dues and the fees, if you would,
yeah, is it school board?
school board and the superintendent, what the two that are over.
Okay, on the first page.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get those, I can print those off tomorrow, they can take about 2 seconds.
And now a question for Zane, because I understand why we're way over on the legal fees, but what are we gonna do about it?
Well, I think about how much we've spent, Stephen, for OIC when he tells me the amount of FOIA requests that he gets, open records requests that have to go through lawyer, the amount of policies, because some of them have been extremely complicated lately. And things, so we've sent, I know we sent policies back 2 or 3 different times on just even one of them alone that I know we sent back. And then how many times he's talked to them or whatever.
Well, I thought our policies were going to State School Board Association, and I thought we paid a fee for that.
I know that one time, and we said it, they went back to that one policy that we worked on for months and months, that went to the lawyer 3 different times.
And I honestly don't know why, but.
Yeah, but I know we talked about it, you know, even in a policy meeting, that somebody was having it back to them or whatever, so.
Okay, any more questions for Zane? I would like to tell, keep up the good work. I know it's a new experience for you in your first year. I think you're doing a good job trying to stay ahead of it. I think your assistant and you are working as a good team, and you are to be commended for trying to make this work the best you can. So, okay, we appreciate you. Okay? All right, so we will go to the next one. And I'm not sure exactly FIB students.
Just asked to be pulled.
I asked to pull that as well, because so when we were working on this one, we were also given this, Colette, if you recall.
Yeah.
And we started talking about this, but then we quit talking about this.
Well, because that's not an official policy, the thing in your hand.
Right. But I don't know, you guys want to pass it, whatever. As I said before, I am, part of the reason I wanted to pull this one is because I want to vote no on it, because I don't think we should have this policy. But that's up to the rest of the board.
Is that why this one here, participation in non-school sponsored competitions, is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know why
when you
you
belong to an outside organization. No, it's not a non-school sponsored group.
I can't even come up with something that applies to, like, rack my brain. I don't understand it, so. And it's a member requested policy.
Yeah, well, that's because it was way back in 2010.
So what are you saying, Vanessa? Do we need this, or what are you saying?
I have never thought we needed this policy. I don't know what for. But that's a board decision, so.
Okay, what are the rest of you guys' thoughts?
Hold on. So,
That's your recommendation.
Hmm?
That's your recommendation.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Well, that's her.
That's
Yeah,
not
what is,
mine.
yeah, how do you think, Colette? Is there on the committee?
I think it was just to cover, I suppose, you know, because if they're coming in and they're belonging to outside groups, I think it's just so that he has a decision to make sure that everything is not interfering or whatever with school or like it says. You know, and also that we aren't going to require them to go to these things. I think it was just clear.
this would be like if the school district formally like engaged in something with like SWAT wrestling or something.
Permission to speak.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we talked about this in policy committee, the example was given of 4-H. Should 4-H be a school-sponsored event or not? I said, there needs to be a clear line on things, and if you start going into non-school sponsored events, it gets to be murky. And so a policy like this will give clarity on things like 4-H, or you need to know if money is expended from the school district or not, and if it is expended, and that's the clear line, then it's sponsored by the school if you're expending school district money, and if you are expending school district money, the board needs to know about it. That's basically what we talked about in policy without the policy right in front of me. We'll look it up here.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you're even talking about this policy from what I'm reading, but
Okay, what are
It says develop criteria for approving school or district participation in contests and competitions sponsored by outside non-school sponsored groups.
That was the discussion.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, so all the 4-H kids are going on
What's it would be?
an excursion or something.
And it would give us,
I mean, it's just, your policy is that you wouldn't consider that an excused event, because it's not a school thing. Now, if you,
Dr. Lucas, you're talking about our discussion with the attendance policy, not this policy.
I do believe it's centered around this policy. I do believe it is.
go ahead, you have permission.
Well, when I think of this for your outside sponsored, non-school sponsored things, that would be like your math counts. Okay, so if we have math counts going there, so one thing that this does, I can't say as a math teacher, well, you're the best one, if you don't go, I'm going to drop you a letter grade. Because it's talking about earning or improving a grade. Or if they don't want to go to a all-state music audition, you can't drop their grade because they don't want to go even though you think they really should. Because it's an outside entity, it's not the school that's running the contest. That's what this contest, that's what this policy is for.
Right, he's, like you said, it's to help to develop the criteria, like you said,
Yep.
for approving the
Yep, they're
participation, but yet not,
Right. So,
thank you. You probably have to deal with it.
Okay, so what are the group's wishes? We need to make a motion.
Do we have a motion even? I forget.
I would have made a motion for the second reading.
Second, please.
Second.
Okay, we're going to properly move and second, which this is only the first reading of the FIB.
No, let's do the second.
It's the second reading. Okay, I thought you said first. Sorry. I'm not listening. Second, this is the second reading. So we are approving it tonight. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor of accepting this policy, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Okay. Dr. Lou, you're up.
Any questions on my superintendent's report?
Anybody have questions? Anybody have questions for Dr. Lucas?
I saw that it was proposed for 75 million into the school volleyball fund. That was being talked about. That's the recommendation.
Okay, any other discussion? Or entertain a motion to accept?
I'm just referencing Kelly Armstrong's executive budget.
Any-
I just heard it today, so I just heard it.
I'll make the motion to accept.
Second? Okay, move to second to properly accept superintendent's report. Any more discussion? Any more discussion? Okay, go ahead.
On the CTE, I'm going to hammer on this again. It says investments in agriculture and energy infrastructure align with Harvey's rural CTE initiatives, preparing students for emerging opportunities and supporting regional economic stability. Harvey School Board has still not discussed CTE.
I think I'm just talking about Harvey as in like the FFA, like
That's not the board, okay?
Okay, you good with that?
seems to be a priority of the community.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not committing to.
There's been no motion.
There's no motion, again, I've said that before. Okay, any other questions for Dr.? If not, I would Entertain a motion to accept his report. I entertain a vote. Accept his report. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Then next up we have elementary. Dr. Clark.
Yes, I don't have any changes or additions, so if you have questions, I know it was short, but wasn't a lot of time and a lot of days last year.
Now, I'm not complaining, but I am not a tech girl. I can't get into yours.
You know, I was able to watch it, but I
Something about
had
a number, and
to
they wanted me to do a number.
Okay, I have to, yeah,
Can you just
try to fix that.
I was able to see it, but I did have to go, it took me to another place
And
and
I'm
I had
not-
to put a code in.
I'm not complaining, because I,
No, I know, I don't,
I
yeah.
didn't have to put, so when I first went on it with my email, then it wanted to go when I did it with the Harvey, so it must have something to do with the Harvey system, because I was able to get onto it with my
Yeah.
Harvey PS email, but not with my own email.
See, and I used the PS one and I still had to put a code in. Because
I had
that's
to
the
put
one
a
I,
code in, but then I needed to get the code in my email, so I had to go back.
yeah, I
And
tried
then
all
you-
that.
And then you gotta go back into it, and then it's gone, so you have to, it's just like a circle.
Anyway,
I was able to see it.
I didn't get too worked up when she said, I figured it was just like Kelly's, there's only 3-4 minutes. So I think there's no numbers I need to see, so I wasn't worried about that, but it just kind of tried
And you
to.
should have got, I mean,
Yeah, and I had the document, so I was good.
I apologize, that's gotta be hateful.
Some of your reports are really good, and I want to see
Yeah,
them.
well, thank you, yeah, I'll work on this.
Okay,
But they're going to robotics in a week and a half. It's so exciting.
okay,
Yeah, it's just,
All right.
well, January 25th, yeah.
that's it. Anything else? I would entertain a motion to accept the report.
So moved.
Second? Okay, all in favor, any discussion, discussion? All in favor of accepting her report? Not her, Dr. Marty's report, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay? Mr. Haas.
Nothing to add really, so if you have any questions, I'm all yours.
All right.
I move to accept the high school principal's report.
Okay.
Second? Okay? Any discussion? All those in favor of Mr. Haas's report, please say aye.
Aye.
And Mr. Prom is sick. We're gonna have Zane give a crap on that one. We'll let him be in charge of that.
Yeah, that's an order.
Well, yeah, we'll make sure that he hears about it. So, anyway, is this report in here?
Yeah, so okay, that's
Okay, so there's a paper report.
Yeah.
Let's just look at that real quick. I'm sure there's no questions. Is there any questions? And we can direct them to him if you have a question. So, does anybody have a question you would like directed to Mr. Prom? Okay, nobody has a question they want to direct to Mr. Prom? Okay, then I would entertain a motion to accept his report. Second, okay, probably move second that we accept Mr. Prom's activities report. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, now we will go to adjournment. Before adjournment, we need to talk about February meeting. And you are all instructed to come with your calendars because we are going to have a meeting in January to finish our guide rails and to discuss the survey. Did you send out the questions?
Oh, no, I haven't yet.
You need to do that.
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow.
Okay, do that tomorrow. No other questions? There was a motion up there. I guess I can say what it was, can I? Can I say what we were going to do with the survey?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the last executive session, it was given Zane.
Special meeting.
Special meeting? Special meeting, executive session, we can't talk. Okay, special meeting. We had two wonderful visitors too that came and enjoyed our discussion that morning. Anyway, at the special meeting, the directive was given to our business manager that he is going to send out a survey to every school teacher, and they are to come up with 2 questions for the survey. We're going to give you a 1-week period, and then the board is going to get together and construct a survey together. And you will do that tomorrow.
Sure, yes, I will.
Okay? And we need to give them 1 week then, so we need to have a special meeting within 1 week, or to 2 weeks then. And
So
talk
she
about
wanted us to meet with the government, yeah, toward the end.
for the end of the month. And we have some people that have some nice trips planned, so we don't want to interfere with that. So what are we looking at, the last week of January? I believe, because we got to give him a week. Tomorrow is the 16th, so we'd have to give him to the 23rd, and I can't do it that day. So I would say let's shoot for the last week of January. So Spencer, we're going to put the pressure on you. It's us four. Our winter schedule, we can get up in the morning and we can do things. But you have a job responsibility in that. So tell us what you think is best.
So,
The last week of January.
I mean, it can be the 22nd, or 23rd, or 24th.
It can't be the 23rd, I have a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
But it can be the 24th.
or like
It can be the 24th. I can't do the 23rd.
24th would work.
Okay, 24th, that's a Friday.
But those, yeah, he won't be able to.
Well, you know, there's will be on the leaf facility, yeah. You don't have to.
So that's not a good day for him.
Not
If we did it in the morning,
The morning would be fine.
okay, you good in the morning?
On Friday morning should be fine.
Okay, 7 o'clock on the 24th. Okay, and so school people, school teachers, and you can spread the message. Please make sure your survey questions are in by then. You have a week. Yes?
What should they be geared towards? What are the survey questions? Towards, like, school culture?
That's a good question.
And I guess we kind of leave it up to them, what their concerns were.
Oh, okay.
So then we'll probably make categories.
Yep, that's their, what they want to address,
Anything they want
as
to
far as
address.
getting this school to be better. Top notch. Okay? That's what we want. We want their input, and we're going to try to make this so that everybody participates. Okay? Okay? All right. It can be a hard one sometimes too, I know. Okay, then, any other questions on that? Are we settled on the 24th? Okay, let's talk about the February meeting. So it traditionally would be the third Wednesday, correct?
Yeah.
That would be the 19th. You can't? That's wrestling? We don't want to do, we can't do it in wrestling. Cannot do it in wrestling.
Isn't that?
Oh, that's Wednesday, yeah, that's the night, or I can.
We don't have school on 21st?
Correct.
Okay, so let's make a decision.
Well, we actually, yeah, we go down, we leave early on the 19th. and we go
Well, I think with the day with a break, I don't think we should have it anyway. So my thing is, do you want to go the 12th or the 26th? Who's going the 12th?
Let's do,
And when are you going, Vanessa?
First week.
Okay? I'm hearing the 26th.
I might be down.
Or we can,
But I can Zoom.
Can we do 18, or?
We could call them in. Like we've done that before. for
or
other
like the
meetings.
24th, or like that. Or are you gone already that Monday? That whole week, are you gone? Oh.
I can do Tuesday.
No, it doesn't.
Tuesday the 12th?
18.
18th?
Tuesday the
I won't,
18th.
I won't.
I can't do it either.
Yeah, you can't either.
No.
The 11th? Unless you go really early?
Second Tuesday.
Since somebody can't do 12, or I can't.
The 11th should work.
What are we hearing? You know what sports stuff? Do we have any sports stuff at 11? Let's take it. Let's take it. It's everyone's schedule. February 11th, 7 p.m. February 11th, 7 p.m. That is a Tuesday. As long as it's not the sports, let's go. Okay? And then we're going to go on everybody's schedule. Okay? So we will see everyone on the 24th. And that is you know what? You can say 7 to 9, but you might as well plan 7 to 10.
Oh, for the, yeah, because before we probably try and do our
Yeah.
whole rest of our girls.
So 7 to 10 on the 24th.
Wade, you have a fair board meeting on the 11th.
Oh, well, then they'll have to go without me. I know, I got someone back there as my assistant treasurer, so she can take it. Okay. I don't want to go. I forgot all about that. Okay. 24th, 7?
24th at 7, and then February 11th.
At 7 p.m. Okay, anything else?
Move to adjourn.
Okay, we move to adjourn. We thank you all for attending tonight. Okay? We are now adjourning our January school board meeting. Thank you.
Well, here, I grab one of these. I'm just saying. Yeah, they're all in different piles. That one.
Yeah, I think still, I suppose, yeah.
That's what I looked. That's what I looked. She was a little confused.
Winter is already.